Hi, my name is Amber. Welcome back to my channel, Books and Beaches. So lately I have been doing a ton of reading on my Kindle, which of course is in the other room. Why not bring it when I'm planning on filming about it? But I am also a subscriber to Kindle Unlimited. And lately I think I have definitely been getting my money's worth out of that subscription because there are some great books available on the Kindle Unlimited subscription. So I thought it'd be fun to go back through my entire list of everything that I've checked out from Kindle Unlimited. Don't worry, it's not that long. And everything I've actually read and that I think I would recommend, or I guess whether or not I would recommend it. Because yeah, I've checked out quite the list. So I've got my computer here with me. I'm just gonna scroll through and tell you whether or not I think it's worth picking up on Kindle Unlimited and whether, because I currently think it's definitely worth the subscription. So I have scrolled back all the way through to the very first things that I checked out on Kindle Unlimited. Looks like one of the first ones that I had checked out was When We Believed in Mermaids, and that's by Barbara O'Neill. I actually own that as well. It's sitting up here. That one is pretty good. Basic premise, a girl thinks her sister has died in a train crash in Europe, I believe. And she and her mom, I think they're living in California, but have just presumed that her sister is dead until she sees this footage on TV of, I believe it was like a shooting or bombing at a nightclub in Australia, and she swears it's her sister on the TV. So she goes there to see if she can find her sister, and it kind of goes from there. I thought it was pretty good. I don't remember what I rated it, but I remember it being a pretty decent read. Oh, the next one that I must have picked up was Where the Lost Wander by Amy Harmon. If you enjoyed playing Oregon Trail as a kid, and yes, that will date me because Oregon Trail was popular when I was in elementary school, this is perfect. This book is basically the process of a family moving west, and it was so amazing. I am not even doing this book justice, but I read this book probably like 1 to 2 years ago, and I can still remember some of the scenes of this book. So highly recommend picking that one up. Oh, one on here that I have not read yet, and my dear cousin Amanda will yell at me, but I have Anne Rule's The Stranger Beside Me. I currently don't have it borrowed anymore, but I have meaning to pick that one up soon. So oh, and another one I haven't picked up yet either. This is what's going to happen as I go through this list is I'm a therapist and my patient is going to be the next school shooter. And this is by Dr. Harper. I really wanted to pick that one up too, but I haven't yet. Oh, one that I did read this year. And I kind of forgot actually this was a Kindle Unlimited. But now that I think about it, yes, I returned it. So that was The Perfect Marriage by Geneva Rose. The book kind of leaves me speechless because it had me guessing till the end. Basic premise is the husband in the novel gets accused of murdering his mistress, and his wife is like this well-known defense attorney, and so he's like, well, who better to represent me than her? And I couldn't understand how she could represent him, but you'll have to read the book to find out how that one goes. Oh, one that I did not think was worth it. We did this one for a book club, and that was The Point of Light, World War II Resistance. This is by John Ellsworth. Not worth it in my opinion. I have read many other Kindle Unlimited books, but one I did enjoy, and I can't remember, I heard this one from someone on BookTube, and that was I'd Rather Be Reading The Delights and Dilemmas of the Reading Life by Anne Bogle. So entertaining, just a story all about the delights and dilemmas of reading, and just a really, really cool book to read. So several of these I'm looking at going, oh yeah, I totally remember I wanted to read that one, and then I returned it and never did. That's what happens, people, when you look at your old lists of books. But another one I read was Evidence of the Affair by Taylor Jenkins Reid, and if I remember, this is more of like a short story. It was interesting, and I think this one had like the whisper sync effect on there too, where you could like listen to the audio at the same time as reading the Kindle book. But yeah, I can't remember too much about it, but I remember for a Taylor Jenkins Reid, it was like, okay, nothing up to par of like her full-length novels, but it was a Taylor Jenkins Reid and I wanted to read it. So Let's see. Once again, so many that I wanted to read. Ugh. One that I think I've told people about, but I don't own the physical copy of because I read it on Kindle Unlimited, and that was Stillhouse Lake by Rachel CAINE. And then I read Kilman Creek, which is the second book. I think this is like a 5 or 6 book series. I'm pretty sure I only read like the first 2, maybe the third one. I guess I'll find out as I look through here. Fantastic thriller books. Premise is a woman, I believe, is hiding from her husband who should be in prison. That's all I'm going to say. So, and I felt like once I finished book 2, I think it was book 2, I felt like I didn't have to continue on, but now at this point, it's been so long since I've read them, I don't know if I would or not. One I've got on there, I haven't returned yet. I've had it for a really long time, but I've been meaning to read is What Lies Between Us by John Marrs. John Marrs is another one of those people that I just feel like I want to read everything that he's written, and I just haven't taken the time yet. Let's see. This one I own, but I'm pretty sure I originally read it on Kindle Unlimited, and that was Jar of Hearts by Jennifer Hillier. Ugh. I don't even want to say anything about it. It's just so good. And Jennifer Hillier writes like all of her books kind of in like the Seattle area. And this one, multiple timelines, multiple different people, prison and murder and bones being dug up, just all of it. Like, I liked it enough that I put it on my shelf and bought it. So good. Another one that I actually remember quite enjoying, complete opposite end of Jar of Hearts, was Midnight at the Blackbird Cafe by Heather Weber. We read this one for book club last year, I believe. And it actually, I thought it was fairly cute, and not a book that I would normally pick up at all, but I remember kind of enjoying it. The woman is moving back to like her old hometown to take care of, was either her grandmother or her great aunts. I can't remember which one, like the cafe that she has. And there's a little bit of like whimsy and magic involved, and just super cute. Ooh, another one that just and made me kind of get on this author's kick was Unmissing by Minka Kent. Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library turned me on to this book. It was fantastic, kept me guessing till the very end. The very first chapter, we see a woman get abducted, and after that, it's like 10 years later, and she is coming back to try to like claim back her husband. And wild ride, super wild ride. So glad I picked that one up. Let's see. Oh, one I returned, and now it's actually sitting on the books that I have on my nightstand is You by Carol Kepnes. That is one of my books I need to read in 2023, but it is on Kindle Unlimited, so might be worth it there. Ooh, another one. Now, I don't believe I've read this one yet, but I have loved everything else by this author, and that is Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. I haven't picked it up yet, but it is on Kindle Unlimited, and like I said, I've loved everything else he wrote. Razorblade Tears is one of my favorite books from last year. They are violent, and sometimes they are gory, but they're really, really good. So, another one that I'll be getting to soon, because I am on a Jennifer Hillier kick, and that is The Butcher. That one's also on Kindle Unlimited, so I don't know too much about this one. I don't like knowing too much, but I will be sure to pick that one up, because the next one that is on this list is actually Freak by Jennifer Hillier, which is the second book to Creep, which if you watch my year on BookTube video, Creep and Freak are some of the best books that I've read this year. So if you're a Kindle Unlimited member, they are on there. Read them. I have a couple more on here that are by Minka Kent that I've been needing to pick up. But like I said, after reading Unmissing, I was kind of hooked. The book that hooked me on Frida McFadden, which if you are on BookTube at all, I am sure you've heard people talk about Frida McFadden, and I am pretty sure my friend Nicole told me to read this book, and that is The Locked Door. And it's described as a gripping psychological thriller with a jaw-dropping twist. Whew, that was a mouthful. And this one was really, really good. Premise, I'm almost positive she's not allowed to open the locked door that her dad has. So I'm forgetting some of the details, but I remember it just being a quick read, a fast read. My goodness, I can't talk today. And I find that with a lot of the Frida McFadden books that I've picked up, they're just like easily devourable, and I'm pretty sure almost all of hers are on Kindle Unlimited. Wonderland by Jennifer Hillier is also on Kindle Unlimited. I actually listened to the audiobook, but I had that one on my Kindle as well, so I could kind of keep up or read when I didn't have like audio availability. If you like books that are creepy, that are based in like an amusement park and then have like that police connection to them as well, this one would be right up your alley. I really, really enjoyed our character, Vanessa Castro, who actually just shows up in one of the other Jennifer Hillier books I read just a couple days ago. And yeah, fantastic, fantastic read. I have a couple more from Frida McFadden on my to-read list, but I haven't read them yet. I think Never Lie and The Inmate are two that I have coming up on my interested list, so I've got those ones on here. I think it's really cool that I'm almost positive all of the illustrated versions of the Harry Potter books are on Kindle Unlimited. I have obviously read all of the Harry Potter books. I am obsessed with Harry Potter. I have not tried to read it on my Kindle yet. I think I put it on there and then I was like, I just need like the real book to experience that. But I think if you were reading it, I'm looking at my iPad, like if you would read it on an iPad where it could be in full color, or like a tablet that could be full color, that would be pretty neat. My book club will probably laugh that I'm mentioning this one, but this one's a pretty popular read all over BookTube, and that was Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. And I know the second one is also on there, which is Things We Hide from the Light. I was not a fan, but I know most other people are. So if you like a steamy romance, that one might be for you. Just was not for me. These ones I've already talked about in one of my wrap-ups this year, but there was a 5 short story series called We Could Be Heroes. The first one was Unknown Caller by Lisa Unger. Second one was Pigeon Tony's Last Stand by Lisa Scottolini. Trouble by Janelle Brown. And then These Cold Strangers by J.T. Ellison. And then Kill Night by Victor Methos. All of those were really fantastic, quick, short reads, all available on Kindle Unlimited, and I really, really enjoyed them. Let's see, what else do I have on here? I would be hard-pressed to talk about Kindle Unlimited books if I didn't talk about The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. Fantastic. I know it's super popular all over BookTube, and so I will not be the first person to talk about this series. I read that one, and then I read the second one, which is The Housemaid's Secret. Both of them fantastic, quick, devourable reads. And then I also just finished Ward D by Frida McFadden. Just great. I read that one in 2 sittings. A lot of hammock time in Ward D, but just gripping, quick thrillers if you'd like those to read. And then as I'm scrolling through here, I do have a couple more that I've been meaning to pick up. I've never read anything by Lucinda Berry, but I know a lot of her books are on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm looking forward to picking up that. One I keep seeing all over, might not be BookTube, but I think it's on one of the thriller or Kindle pages that I follow on Facebook. Yes, Facebook, I know I'm old. Is Run on Red. And this one's a gripping thriller with a killer twist. It's by Noelle West Ilhe, I believe. Oh, I'm probably pronouncing that last name wrong, but I've heard really good things about that one, so that's on my to-read list, as well as a couple more that I've got on my list. Oh, I know one of my coworkers keeps telling me to read The Things We Leave Unfinished by Rebecca Yaros. Not sure if that one's going to be for me or not, but she keeps telling me to read it, and that's another one that's on Kindle Unlimited. And then one that I have heard things about on YouTube, but I'm not sure if it's going to be for me or not, but I might read to fulfill one of the Kindle Unlimited, or not Kindle Unlimited challenges, but just Kindle challenges, because they want you to read a sci-fi book. I'm not much of a sci-fi reader, but that's Before the Coffee Gets Cold. And I am so sorry, but I'm not even going to try to pronounce this author's name. I'll just make sure I have the cover here. But I know this is a pretty popular book that's been going around, and I think all 3 in the series are on Kindle Unlimited as well. So that is all of the things that I have really enjoyed from my Kindle Unlimited subscription and things that I plan on picking up. This is by no means sponsored. I am just a regular subscriber, and I wanted to make you aware of some of the great reads that are available for you on Kindle Unlimited if you're interested. Now, if Amazon would like to sponsor me, that would be amazing, but let's face it, they probably don't need my help. So if you have any other Kindle Unlimited recommendations, please leave them in the comments below. I am always looking for other things that I can pick up. As always, if you like this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.